Hey everybody, Klesso here. Welcome back to Grand Arena 5v5. This is Season 7. We just finished 3v3 last week, now we're doing a 5v5. I like the 5v5s. There's a lot less things that go wrong. Here's a look at my opponent today. As you can see, he's got, Revan, Traya, Bounty Hunters, First Order. He's got a Scoundrel team, it looks like, with Kira, Bandor, Chewbacca, Mission. It's got some good bounty hunters, decent Ewoks. You can see young Han Solo there. You know you're going to see that in L3 pop up on defense. So that's that. So it looks like he's got quite a bit of stuff, but I think I've got a pretty clear advantage on mods speed-wise. So here's a look at my defense. Up top, got my Revan team and my Night Sister Nest team. Below that, Bounty Hunters with Shore Trooper, and then a Scoundrel team. Up top, behind Revan, I got a Z-Maul. I put Visas and then a tank. I got Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. And then I got part of a First Order and a couple tanks in there. And then behind that, I got a droid team. All right, let's take a look at his defense. Up top, looks like he's got some Ewoks and some Night Sisters with Nest. Down lower, he's got a Rebel team, it looks like, and a Rogue One team. Nothing too hard in the front sections. I'm going to start up top because it's harder. Now, this is a little tricky with a Night Sister team, especially with Nest. This using Imperial Troopers can be tricky, but I noticed that his zombie was pretty weak, so I figured I could kill her real fast and get the turn meter train going. And then with having Death Trooper in there, then I can get Nest down eventually. As you can see, the Imperial Troopers do pretty well. They didn't have a bunch of speed on this team either, so hurt them. Just keep killing people and doing the turn meter. You can see how fast you can get it down just to Nest. Now Nest is always, pain in the butt, so now we got to work on her. Get some Death Mark going. This is just a waiting game now. And I was hoping to get some days from Death Trooper's basic, but he doesn't apply it. So she's still countering, and that kind of scared me for a second. But Range Trooper is awesome. So it kind of keeps everything going okay. Now, there's the days I was looking for earlier. I really shouldn't be doing that AoE because it's landing stagger and resetting the turn meter after the next hit. Now, here she goes. Like I said, it's just a waiting game on Nest once you get down to this. Alright, now we're going to attack that Ewok team so we can see what's behind this top section. Ewoks are amazing, but they have a couple fatal flaws, and one of them is Wampa. Wampa and Nest will just eat up Ewoks no matter what. This is overkill, probably, but I like using Rex and Chirrut just to make sure they get that tenacity up, because one thing that can get you is if the Ewoks apply daze to Wampa, then he doesn't counter like he's supposed to, and then that'll slow it down or stop it. You can see how much damage Wampa does on every hit. We're just going to try to get rid of the Elder as fast as possible. There we go, no more revives. And he's got Scout in here instead of Paplu for some reason. Paplu would have made it a little bit trickier with him removing buffs on his basic and taunting. But still not a big deal. A lot of people will put in just Rex and just Wampa, and that alone will do the job. I'm not that confident. It probably would work, but I chickened out. I didn't want to take any chances. Alright, this is almost over. Then we'll take a peek at what's behind this top section. Since he didn't set anything very hard up front, I'm guessing we're going to see that Bounty Hunter team and the Scoundrel team. And yep, there it is. He had better Bounty Hunters too. The Django lead with the Zeta is pretty darn good. But if he would have put his better Bounty Hunters with them, it would have made it harder. So now I'll go down to the bottom and see what's down behind that. We got this Rogue One team, so I'll use my Ewoks. Give this to Logray for some turn meter. And we're going to go after Jyn as soon as possible, because if we take her out, then there's no revives. Then after that, we'll go to Cassian, because he looks like he's pretty soft. So then we'll be playing 5-on-3. Get that taunt up. Cassian's gone. Now here, I should have just stayed right on Baze, but I end up going to K2, and then he counters and gets taunt. So I get stuck in a little cycle here, but it's fine, it's not a big deal. I eventually get out of it, then go back after Baze. I just wanted to see how much damage I could do to K2SO. But he's better to leave for later. Big hit. There we go. It does a little bit. There we go. Now Baze is taunting, so I'm just going to work on him, see if I can't get him down next. Alright, Baze is gone. Now let's try to get rid of Chirrut. Once Baze is gone, Chirrut goes down fast. Now just throw it on auto and let him grind away on K2. No biggie. Alright, now we got that Rebel team. So I was saving my 3 best teams, so now I have my Emperor Palpatine Empire team I can use. Because I was saving Traya and I was saving CLS and JTR in case he stacked the back area, which we already saw up top was a little difficult, but nothing too crazy. So let's see what's behind this section once we defeat this team. Now we want to get rid of Captain Han Solo sooner than later because he can revive people. That was pretty good. He actually took out my TIE Fighter pilot. That I wasn't expecting. But it's no big deal. Alright, he's gone. Leia's gone. Now it's down to Wedge and Biggs. They're pretty soft. And that's that. Alright, let's see what is behind this section on the bottom. Super weak Phoenix. So I saved my best 3 teams, and so I could probably pretty much auto these 3 now. These scoundrel teams with Kira and L3 and Vandor. Rebels work really, CLS especially works especially good at that. You'll see here. You always want to go after Vandor first so there's no revives. And he's gone. So now it's pretty much over. I mean, L3 can be a little bit of a pain, but it's not a big deal. Especially with C-3PO in there, getting that confused going. The mass ability block from Old Ben. I like Old Ben. He was one of my first Zetas. That taunt that doesn't go away. It's pretty nice. Didn't even need it though. Alright. Now we got this bounty hunter team. Use Traya on that. All this back here is going to be overkill because I saved my best 3 teams. I didn't have to spend these. Fracture Jango. Try to get a stun. But it got resisted. Use some force drain. Got a whole bunch of force drains right there. That was kind of nice. Rito's gone. I was looking for a buff to remove to reduce the cooldown, but it's on 1 anyway, so he's going to be having Annihilate up on his next turn regardless. Get rid of Jango. Embo's gone. Get a little bonus protection on someone, get an extra point. Alright. Now all that's left is that super weak Phoenix team. This is another one, excuse me, that Wampa just destroys Phoenix. But I already used him on those Ewoks, so I guess I'll use JTR. So much overkill. He could have set a way harder defense, but it looked like he kept a ton for offense, obviously. We'll see how he did on my defense. I've got some really good guys, good people in my bracket, so I'm sure the next round and the round after that's going to be quite a bit harder than this one. Alright, this is just about that. Take a look at what he did to me. He got no points. He attacked my bounty hunters once, struggled, and gave up. That's all he did. So it's kind of frustrating. I was hoping he'd give it a better try, see how my defense held, but he just attacked the one time and that's it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you for round 2.